We don't want any YouTuber fight again.
Mariah Carey, if anybody remembers her, said it best when she sang "A Hero Comes Along." For boxing fans, that hero's name is Turki al-Sheikh. His chicness has taken a shine to the sweet science. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is fast becoming the new Mecca for boxing, excuse the faith-based pun. Deep pockets and a Saudi Ministry of Entertainment with a hard-on for professional pugilism means boxing fans get the fights and title fights that we want to see. When money talks, everyone listens, and thanks to that money, we're getting Fury versus Usyk, Joshua versus Ngannou, which is a curiosity for me, Bivol versus Beterbiev, potentially, and then the winner to move up to cruiserweight to face Jai Opetaia, possibly. Opetaia versus Breeders rematch, Matchroom versus Queensberry 5-on-5, and so much more. I'll be breaking these fights down also, but first, on the Fury vs Usyk card, IBF Super Featherweight champ Joe Cordina takes on IBO 130-pounder Anthony Kakachi. Enough faffing about, let's get into it! Two-time and reigning IBF junior lightweight champ Joe the Welsh Wizard Cordina will make his second IBF title defense in his current IBF title reign after narrowly escaping his first title defense against Texan Edward Vasquez in Monte Carlo last November. During that fight, the Welshman on multiple occasions abandoned the more technical and disciplined aspect of his game to stand in front of Vasquez and take turns trading with the Texan. Cordina ditched movement that had been working for him in that fight in favor of becoming a stationary target, unnecessarily taking shots and awaiting offensive gaps to return fire to ultimately try and push Vasquez back from the center of the ring seemed risky when you consider that Cordina was dominating much of the first half of that fight. Cordina has all the talent and technical boxing ability in the world, but this is a trait of his, to sell out and duke it out when he probably doesn't have to. Should Joe get past Kakachi, unification bouts await him, and Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn has some big plans of pitting Cordina against the other champions in the super featherweight division, a division currently lacking a unified champion. WBC champ O'Shaki Foster, WBA's Lamont Roach, and relative newcomer and WBO champ Emmanuel Navarrete all pose a legitimate threat. In what would be a massive domestic showdown, Hearn has also thrown WBA featherweight champ Lee Wood's name in the hat as a potential opponent should Wood repeat a victory over fellow Brit Josh Warrington in their proposed rematch and subsequent intended move north to the 130-pound division. These are not the type of fighters that Cordina should stand flat-footed in front of and trade. Cordina, who also possesses some power, can safely rely on his speed, movement, ring IQ and shot selection. More than half of his bouts have concluded in KO, but it's the aforementioned attributes that set up the KO, and I think we'll see all of that against Kakachi. Anthony the Apache Kakachi last fought before the midway point of last year. He was scheduled to fight in November 2023, but injury forced him out of the fight against would-be opponent, Southampton native Ryan Garner. Kakachi had been calling for a fight against Cordina, and whether he was aware that this fight and a potential shot at a major title was on the cards at the time of the injury is unclear and obviously speculation. It's not uncommon for a fighter to use injury as a means to preserve themselves for a better career opportunity at a later date and as an overall tactic of risk mitigation. In all fairness, Kakachi has been plagued with injury throughout his career, so he deserves the benefit of the doubt. I don't know how much threat Garner, 14-0 at the time, would have posed for Kakachi anyway. The fact is, it's been a while since the 34-year-old from Belfast last stepped through the ropes, and his welcome back fight against Cordina will be his toughest career challenge yet. Kakachi does have a 12-round unanimous decision loss in 2017 to the UK's Martin J. Ward. However, objectively speaking, Joe Cordina is on a whole different level. Following on from that loss, Kakachi has gone on to rack up 6 consecutive wins, albeit within a turbulent 5-year span, pockmarked with stints of inactivity. This is the fight that Anthony has been asking for, and he is about to get his first shot at a major title. The bonus is that he'll enjoy a handsome payday for his troubles also. I don't know that it's a life-changing payday, but it would almost certainly be a career-high purse. The question is, how does he beat the Welsh wizard? Kakachi on his best day is super sharp and precise with his punching. With the ability to fight out of both stances, Kakachi uses his long reach and height, fairly tall for the weight class, to fire off accurate and rapid punches in bunches. He likes to stay on his opponent and force the pace with a busy output. Despite the low knockout percentage, Kakachi does possess some power, particularly in his right hand. But is he on Cordina's level? If I'm wrong, I'm happy to wear my skid-marked whitey-tighties on the outside of my chinos in public, but I don't think there's anything that Anthony Kakachi does better than Joe Cordina. Both have fast hands, both are accurate, both have a high output work rate, and both use distance well and are elusive. But Cordina uses his angles far better, and his timing, particularly when counter-punching, is superior to Kakachi. Kakachi isn't always defensively responsible when coming in, and it's Cordina's timing and counter-punching that will make Kakachi pay for this. Kakachi is not easy to pin down, mind you. He's tricky and can fight on the back foot and counter also, but in every department, I think Cordina has his measure. I don't think Cordina stops Kakachi, but he does beat him on points. Joe Cordina wins by unanimous decision is my pick. Let us know how you think the fight pans out in the comments below. Thank you for watching Pound for Pound TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one. Check out our Patreon page to become a Patreon family member where you'll receive some cool perks. If you're looking for some new threads, we've got t-shirts, hoodies, and much, much more. So head on over to our Michael Akobi Pound for Pound TV stores. They can be found on Redbubble and Spreadshirt. Join me on my travels and head on over to my other YouTube channel titled Barefoot and Free. There you can follow me as I traverse the many parts of our planet and occasionally get into a spot of bother. Nonetheless, it's always fun and entertaining. If you're struggling with some of life's obstacles and challenges, my book How to Get Out of Life Traps might just be the answer that you're looking for to help guide you through the difficult times. It's helped many get past some of their darkest moments, and it might do the same to you. You can purchase it on Amazon, where you can also find a wide range of my other works. Those works include screenplay to book adaptations, a fairly unique concept, with genres covering comedy, heist and revenge, drama, supernatural and crime, if that's more your cup of tea. You can find them by following the link provided.